Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm still trying to get my final game screen set up. We're about to kick off right now. Jaguars are kicking off. The Texans just got it about the 5 yard line or bringing it back just past the 30. It looks like they're going to have it on the 31 yard line. I appreciate you joining me. I do apologize for getting started just a little late. Oh, you can hear an echo. 1 second. I'll get rid of that. There we go. 1st and 10 for the Texans. I've got to get my preview set up. If you just give me a moment, I'll get to that. I'm still working on it. Pass right off the bat. First down. Look at that, 11 yards right up the middle. Looks like to Collins. Texans on the move already. Immediately. Stroud not in the game right now. You might already be aware of that. Mills is in the game right now. Marks is in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the Texans' own 42. I'll get to your comments too. I thank you so much. I did see your comments. I'm just trying to get a couple things caught up. Mills is flushed out, but he's got a guy over in the corner. Did he get his feet down or not? They say he was out of bounds. Mills could have ran for at least 6 yards there, but he chose to make a difficult throw, and he didn't get 2 feet in bounds. It was good for a college catch. He had 1 foot in, but not in the NFL. 2nd and 10 as a result. I think Mills should have just ran it. He had plenty of open field in front of him. Could have gotten 5 or 6 yards and slid. Bad decision, in my opinion. If he can definitely make the throw, but he didn't make it. So should have ran it. 2nd and 10. Here's the snap. It's picked off and it's being returned right now. Mills makes the tackle. It's an interception. Another bad choice by Mills. And the Jaguars have it on the Texans 30 yard line, just like that. So two back-to-back passes and terrible decisions by Mills. What a terrible, 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 terrible choice. There we go. Hopefully they will show it again. I just got my preview screen properly set up. I'm trying to finish getting it properly set up here, but there it is. All right, there we go. We're good to go. Joey Lawrence is in the huddle, and they break it up. 15 seconds on the snap clock. Lawrence has a guy in motion, but he hands it off. He goes up the middle. They're going to get about 3 yards out of that. 2nd and 7. It's not quite as bad as I thought it was. Not at the 30 yard line. Apparently it's at the 40. So they are now at the 37 yard line of the Texans. 2nd and 7. See here, Temple of Brutus. We trust in Mills. Good to see you, Brutus. Feeling well, good, or feeling good lately, Mr. Go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. 13:20 left in the first. Lawrence drops back. They rush him out. He goes to the left side, makes almost an interception. He makes a pass over on the left side. Bullock almost got it. That was almost a return to favor interception. Diving effort right into the hands of Bullock there. He had it over there on the side. Problems with their video right now. Trying to show you that preview, but the CBS Sports video froze up and went digital, so it was broken. Third and 7 for Lawrence and the Jaguars. He drops back to pass. They get to him when he passes, and he throws it incomplete on the left side. That was a good defensive stop right there by the Texans. Check this out. I'll show you this play. You see a guy coming from the left side. Gets his big beefy paw right on his arm, right when he's throwing it. Almost forced a fumble. So this is going to be a long field goal attempt for the Jaguars. 4th and 7 with 13:13 left. 55-yard attempt. Here it comes. It's pushed right down the middle. Is it long enough? Yes, it is. That was perfect. 3-0. So the interception by Mills costs the Texans 3 points, but there is a flag on the play. We're going to see what's called here. It's a personal foul on the defense. Are you kidding me? Unnecessary roughness. It's going to be a first down. Are you kidding me? The Texans defense made stellar plays, and then they get an unnecessary roughness call and gives the Jaguars a first down and a 15-yard gain. Can you believe that? Where's it at? Oh, it's in the middle of the pile. He pushes the guy down in the middle of the pile. I don't know about that. I don't know. I would have to see it again from a different angle. It's right here. Where's it at? Where's the unnecessary roughness? To be honest, I'm not sure that I see it. But whatever. 1st and 10, they run it right up the middle, a little to the right side. Big gain. Picks up about 8 yards. 2nd and 2. 13 minutes left in the first. Trevor Lawrence's completion percentage is actually the second worst in the NFL. That's amazing. Didn't realize it was that bad. 2nd and 2. Lawrence is out. They're going the Wildcat defense. ETN is in. He goes up the middle, gets nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2. If the defense comes up with another big stop here, that would be a big deal because it would limit the damage to that former 3 points that they gave up with that 55-yard field goal. It'd be hilarious if he missed it, though, wouldn't it? He gets a better, closer shot at the kick. He's not able to get it. How awesome would that be? Oh, I need to connect my live chat. I'll get to that. Here's a handoff right up the middle. They're going to get another stop at the line of scrimmage. How about that? ETN is stopped twice going up the middle. It'll be 4th and 2. 4th and 2. Let's see here. Is the roof open? I don't know if it's open or not. Defense starting strong. Now, how about that offense? I hear that, Brutus. Mills not looking good. Here is another field goal attempt. This is shorter and just as easy as the first one. So 3-0. The defense gets called for what appears to be a stupid penalty. I thought at first. Oh, I don't even have my camera. Yeah, I got a few things to correct here. Give me just a moment. Give me just a moment, guys and gals. I apologize. I'm at a hotel right now in Himeji, Japan. got, there's the live chat. I can get that on the screen. Okay, that should fix the chat. Now I need to fix my camera. Let's see here, laptop camera. Where's my laptop camera? There it is, right there. Why isn't my camera showing though? Maybe right there. That's very strange. I might have to add another camera. Let's see. I'll get there. I'll get there. Image slideshow, display capture, video capture device, create new, cam 2. Let's do that. There it is. There it is. There I am. There I am. Hey guys and gals. Finally got it working. So everything on the screen should be working now. I got my subscriber count, viewers, live chat on the left side over there, right? And I've got my camera working now. As you can see, I'm in a hotel at the moment, but I do have my Texans hat. Go Texans. Kickoff about to happen again. Texans about to get a second chance here, round 2. Here comes the kickoff. It's being brought back from about the 2-yard line. He comes up the middle and he fumbles the ball. Are you kidding me? Jaguars seem to have it. This is not a good start. Special teams and offense looking like trash. The returner and Mills making mistakes. Right now, it's looking like Jaguars ball. Here it is. Yeah, he just punched it out. Yeah, Jaguars are on it. They're gonna have the ball. Smith was the returner, and they're gonna have the ball on the 20. No, maybe on the 18-yard line. Why is it that this is the first game back that I call? Why is it this game? Brutus says, aren't defense supposed to push linemen down? What the heck? Exactly. That was my feeling. That's what I was going to say earlier. At first, I thought, what the heck, this stupid defense making these mistakes. But then I saw the play, and I was like, wait a second. Aren't they just doing what defensive linemen are supposed to do? I don't understand that play at all, man. Pretty windy in Houston area today. Okay. Is it raining at all, or just? I guess. I guess not. Hey, Rusty. Good to see you. There's our buddy. There's my buddy's subscriber. Embarrassing offense. Second chance thrown in the garbage. You're right. 2nd and 7. Another run right up the middle. He's going to get first and more. ATN picks up about 12 or 13 all the way down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. Man, this is a really unfair game to the defense right now. Special teams and the offense just like we refuse to participate in this game, and we're gonna force the offense, or we're gonna force the defense to do all of the scoring. 3-0 with 9:30 left in the first. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Here's probably a handoff, and it is right up the middle. They let him roll forward for about 3.5 yards. Second and goal from the 2. I do appreciate you guys and gals being here. It has been a while. It took me a few moments to get everything kind of set up and going. It is about 3:20 in the morning here in Japan. I am in Himeji at a hotel. Second and goal from the 2 yard line. Looks like they got like, is that ETN in the back? I know they throw it. Lawrence throws a first. He throws a touchdown, but there's a flag. Offensive foul, offensive penalty, false start, 5 yard penalty. Repeat second down, no touchdown. You can see here the play on the right side, but number 55 had the false start. They had the real quick touchdown on the right side, but now it's going to be second and goal. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Second and goal with 7 yards to go. They're the worst in the NFL in penalties per game in the yards, penalty yards, incomplete pass on the right side. Third and goal with 7 yards to go. Man, if the Texans D can get another stop here and limit it to a field goal. I mean, how many second chances can the defense give to this offense? You know what I'm saying? 5 seconds left on the snap clock. 2, 1. They have to hurry and get it off. They barely get it off the time. He drops back, throws in the end zone. Is that a touchdown? In the very back of the end zone. 2 defenders were there, but Washington catches it and gets his feet down for the touchdown. Ugh. We're going to take a quick look at it. 1 foot down. And it looks like he gets them both down. He gets his toe down. This better angle. He's got 1 down. Can't see it from there. The defender should have picked him up. If he had picked him up, the defense was actually there, but the problem is that he wasn't playing the ball. If he'd been playing the ball, he could have just knocked it down. But instead, he was playing the player. Bad coverage, despite 2 Texans being on him. They weren't looking at the throw. It's 9-0, and here comes the extra point attempt. It looks like they're doing. No, there's no review. It's confirmed. 9-0. 9-0. Here comes the extra point kick, and it's good. 10-0 with 8 minutes left in the first. A joke of a game so far. Mills interception. And then a fumble on the return. Sickening. Is this what I get up for? At 3 in the morning? Any toots hanging out in the hotel lobby? What is a toot? Only toot that I'm aware of is the ones that smell bad. Well, that's where we're at right now. About 8 minutes, just a little more than 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Good Lord. My first game back, and the Texans offense and special teams reward me with it, with the worst possible, trashy looking start to the game possible. I have driven quite a bit of mileage over the past few days. last Thursday, I drove. If you look on the map, you can see how far it is. I know how far it is in kilometers, but I'm not sure how many miles it is from Hiroshima all the way up to Totori, and then and I have a friend there, so we visited him, and then from Totori to North Kyoto to a place called Ine, a very scenic little port. Well, I say port, but it's more like a fishing town. I have another friend there who has a cafe. We picked him up, brought him with us, went to Aichi. Aichi from Friday to Sunday, they had a convention, a conference about what's called Minka. Minka are traditional Japanese houses. And I was asked to be a speaker. They had quite a few speakers there. And since I do YouTube and I put my house and my life in my house in Japan on YouTube, they wanted me to share a little bit about that and talk about the kind of things that I do on YouTube. So I actually talked a little bit about this channel too, because I wanted them to see the difference of a channel that is is not only a passion for you, but really doesn't make any money, and that's my Komika Old House channel. And then another channel that you have a passion for that actually does make money, which is this channel. It's still modest, but that's a pretty nice return all the way out to about the 35 or 36. That's a much better result than the last one. But anyway, I gave my presentation on Saturday morning, and then the rest of the time, all I had to do was relax, listen to the other speakers, enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner, walk around the beautiful forest there. They had waterfalls and rivers and stuff. It's a national park. So it's a beautiful area, very beautiful. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. It's a run by Marks, and he gets tackled in the backfield for a loss of about 3. That's not a better start. At least they didn't turn it over. Second and 13. Absolutely stupid blocking right there. Garbage blocking. He just ran around the defender. How do you let a defensive guy run around your guy and get your rusher in the backfield? How do you do that? Second and 13. Mills in the shotgun. He drops back and he throws it to Marks on the left side. He's got a lot of space. He almost picks up the first down on the left side. He's just a little shy. It's going to be third and short. Nice little short pass with a run by Marks. That's the kind of play I can get behind. Third and about half a yard. Timeout on the field. Marks is down after that catch and run. He was grabbing at his foot, maybe. Yeah, it's his ankle. Yeah, he's I don't understand this. He's walking off the field slowly, and then he grabs his foot and just sits down on the field. And now they're looking at his ankle. That was strange. That was really strange. It, it almost looked fake, you know? He walked very slowly. I mean, he seemed to be limping a little bit, just very slowly all the way over to the sideline, and then suddenly just sat down on the ground. So they've got a timeout while they check out Marks. That's the last thing we need for Marks to be injured. Hope he's all right. I like Marks a lot. Very important to this offense, that's for sure. That's for sure. For sure. How many we got about what 13 viewing right now. Thanks for being here. Please put a like on the channel. My goal for this channel is really for there to be like 500 to 1,000 people viewing simultaneously, and for us to have more than 25,000 subscribers. I really do. I would appreciate all of you who are Houston fans. Now, some of you like the Rockets mostly. Some of you like the Astros mostly. Some of you like the Texans mostly. And some of you like all of the teams. It doesn't matter whether you like one of them or all of them or some of them. You know, either way, no matter which your preference is, I just want to let you know that I greatly appreciate you sharing my channel with your friends and relatives. The larger the community, the better. And there is one guy who's doing live play-by-play for the Texans, and he's got a ton of viewers. You probably know who I'm talking about, but I think that I can and do give you guys better here. There are a couple of reasons why. If your style is not somebody who's talking really loud and kind of yelling the whole game, then I'm your guy. The second thing is if you like a really good scoreboard and layout with a lot of information and other score updates, you can see at the bottom of the screen, it cycles through the other scores for the other games that are going on for the day, and um, but it also has information about the game on the screen, and it's interactive. I believe that what I've got as far as scoreboards for this game and other games is unmatched on YouTube. So I appreciate you spreading the love. Handoff up the middle, and he gets the first down. Gain of about 3. It looks like Chubb. Yeah, that was Chubb straight up the middle for the first down. 1st and 10 for the Texans. Hockey's my favorite sport. What are you doing here then? Tell me all about the Houston hockey team then. 1st and 10. One man in the backfield. He's in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Fires it over to the left side. That's going to be a short completion for about 4 yards. 2nd and 6. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first. Kirk with the reception. Mills seems to do much, much better with the short passes. So why don't we just keep throwing the 5 to 6 yard passes? Mills under center. 2nd and 7. Short 7. He's back. Looking for a man. He spins away, and right before he gets called, he throws it away. Right up the middle. It is complete. But it's going to be short. Chubb makes the catch, actually. He just barely escaped the sack here. He spins away from it. You can see right here. Good move. Barely gets it away in time. Third and 2. Looks like who they have in the backfield there. It's not Chubb. Nope. He's going to throw it. He's back in the shotgun. He's got to go over on the right side. Makes the throw. Good. A long throw just to pick up about 4 yards, but that's enough for a first down. Doherty. Thought they were calling a penalty there for a moment. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. I'm sorry, 41-yard line of the Jaguars. This is a handoff on the right side. Marks is back in, so that's good. He picks up about 6 yards, but there's a flag down. Let's hope it's not holding. Yeah, it is. It's holding on the offense. They're going to go backwards 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. You can see it on the right side here. Yeah, he holds him back. It's definitely holding. Yeah, definitely can't do that, can you? Fisher is now out of the game getting chewed out by the offensive coordinator. Mills in the shotgun. He hands it off to Marks. No, he fakes it and throws it over the left side. And he's short. They actually lose 2 yards. Noel was behind the line when he caught it. He tried to go around him and he couldn't do it. But there's another penalty flag. Let's see who it goes against. Hopefully it's against the Jags. How in the world are the Jags 5-3 with a highly mediocre quarterback and being number one in penalties and penalty yards? How in the world can they be 5-3? Pass interference on the offense. Are you kidding me? That's declined. They're going to take the second down loss of 2 yards. So it's second and 17? Yeah, you can see him to the left side. He blocked too early, so that's why the offensive pass interference. Second and 21, and they drop the ball on the snap. Mills drops the ball on the snap, and Marks dives on it. The crowd is now booing. This is a joke. Look at this. Marks dives on it. Look at the fans in the stands. This is the way I feel. Third down and 26. 3 minutes left in the first. Mills in the shotgun. Let's see what he does. He's going to throw it. He drops back and he runs forward, and they're going to get him. No, he runs forward, and he gets down to the 50. He picks up a few yards, but it's going to be way short of the first. Fourth down. 2:40 left in the first. Clock continues to roll. Punting team is in. Not looking so good there, sir. 3-5 are the Texans. The worst 8-game start they've ever had under this coach, DeMeco Ryan. Here's the punt. At least that went well. It's all the way down to the 11. And he gets around the first couple of tackles, makes it all the way up to about the 28 before he's tripped up. And that is where the Jags will start at their own 28. 2:05 left in the first. They're showing the tribute to Marshawn Nealand, who took his life earlier this week. Looks like there's a TV timeout right now. The Jags have the ball at their own 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 in just a moment. I appreciate you guys and gals being here. We're on commercial break. It has been a crap show so far for the Texans. Started off with a Mills interception on a really bad decision. Could have been a pick six, but turned into a field goal, a 55-yard field goal. But they got called for unnecessary roughness, giving the Jaguars another set of downs. Luckily, the defense was able to stop them a second time. They kicked another field goal, so it wound up being 3-0 early. On the ensuing kickoff, the Texans returner fumbled the ball, and the Jaguars got that into the end zone. And that made it 10-0. On the Texans' next possession, they proceeded to play like crap again. It seemed like, they were actually moving the ball down the field. They had about 7 plays in succession, and they were getting into Jaguars territory. But between broken plays, dropping the ball, Mills dropped the ball on the snap. It was fumbled. Marks dove on it. Between that and other negative plays and penalties, they were basically down to 3rd and 27 and wound up having to punt the ball away. So it has not been a good start for the Texans for this game. Maybe we can put the first quarter behind us. Points per game, total yards per game, drive score percentage per game, all first. The Texans defense, third down percentage, stoppage rate, third best in the league. Defense is solid. Offense sucks right now, especially with Mills in there. Lawrence drops back. He's got a man on the left side, and they pick up about 7. 2nd and 3. It would be nice to take some time to see this city tomorrow, or should I say later today. It's almost 4 in the morning right now here. Himeji has a really nice park with a castle. I'd love to go see it. I sent a message to the hotel to see if I could check out late, get some extra sleep before I leave. I'm going to hand it off and go right up the middle, and they're going to pick up the first down easy. Picks up about 5 or 6, gets the first. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. Jaguars. Jets now up 14-7 over Cleveland with a punt return touchdown in the first. Less than 6 minutes to go. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line of the Jags. Lawrence drops back. He's going to throw it right down the middle, and they pick up about 4 yards. I find it amazing that Trevor Lawrence has such terrible completion numbers. It's pretty amazing. 2nd and 5. And they're going to let the clock run down. And it's going to be in the end of the first quarter. 10-0. The Jaguars lead the Texans. 2nd down and 5. And that's where we're going to be when we come back for the second quarter. We've got another commercial right now. What is everybody doing right now? I wonder. Where's everybody at? What's going on with everybody? I had several different types of food over the weekend at the conference. They had some people bring food and donate food. They also had some food that's made at the venue. The conference center itself has a full kitchen, and they make a few different dishes. For example, curry, Japanese style curry and rice. Very, very delicious. They also had some students come there from one of the local universities, and they made some bento boxes. Bento box is basically Japanese style prepared. Some people say like a lunch box, kind of, kind of like a lunch box, but it's basically it's a prepared meal, is what it is. And they brought some of those, and they were selling some of those. And they had some other students, some younger students, who had made some sandwiches, some vegan or vegetarian rather, vegetarian sandwiches. And those are pretty good because they had a lot of fermented vegetables. I like the fermented vegetables here in Japan. They're very delicious. So I grabbed one of those. It was only 500 yen, so it was basically about $3.25 to grab one of those to go. So whenever I left the venue yesterday, I just grabbed one and tossed it in my van, and I had it for dinner. You can't beat that, to have dinner. It also came with a bottled water. You can't beat that for $3. So I was like, hey, if I get that, I don't have to spend $7 or $8 on the road. You know what I'm saying? Well, second quarter is upon us. Points off turnovers so far 10, all 10 points for the Jaguars. And they only have 19 pass yards and 34 rush yards. The Jaguars have 53 total yards. The Texans have just 41, and the Texans have 2 turnovers and 1 punt. I don't know. I really don't know. We need Stroud so bad. Lawrence is under center, 2nd and 5. Here's the snap. He's got one man in the backfield. He fakes the handoff. They get to him and sack him. The ball comes out. It's loose. Jacksonville appears to have gotten it back, and they do, but that's a big loss as they get to Lawrence before he can get rid of the ball. Big play by the D. You can see right here. Look at that. Boom, baby. He got hit while he was trying to deliver the ball. Oh, yeah. He tried to hold on to the ball while he was in the process of throwing, and he tried to hang on to it. But now it's 3rd and 19. He drops back and throws it to a man on the left side. They're going to pick up a few yards. They get back to the original line of scrimmage and maybe three more, maybe a few more. 4th down. Once again, the defense coming through. Man, where would we be? I don't even want to think about that. I shudder to think about where the Texans would be without this defense. Holy freaking cow. 4th and 13. Here comes the punt from about the 38-yard line of the Jags. Noel is back to receive it at the 10. He's got it. And he brings it over on the right side, cuts back up the middle, and he's going to get taken down around the 17-yard line. So he brings it back about 7 yards. Man, this defense is elite. How sad is it to have such an elite defense, the best in the NFL, literally the best, not opinionative, opinionative the best, but the definitive best defense in the NFL. And yet, here we are, looking like a joke on offense. Something the cat dragged in, right? A little bit of a commercial break. When we come back, the Texans will have the ball 1st and 10 from about their own 17-yard line. They've got an 83-yard drive ahead of them with Mills at the helm. How are we feeling about it? That's probably a good poll. Will whoops, will Mills lead any TD drives today? Very simple. Very simple poll. Will Mills lead any TD drives today? Yes or no? Hey, Daryl. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay. Should be back in just a moment. Welcome to my hotel room in Himeji, Japan. Guys and gals want to see where I'm at, you can look it up. It's Himeji. I drove for about 5 hours yesterday after the conference was over. We left around 4 o'clock. Stopped a couple of times to stretch the legs and once to eat dinner. Got here by 9:30 or so. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Mills under center. He's got Marks and another guy in the backfield. He hands it off on first over the right side. Marks over and up the middle on the right side. He picks up 2 yards. They said that Mills had a sleeve put on his left hand because his left arm is swollen and he's having a hard time with grip strength in his left arm. How about that? It's not his throwing arm, but still. He drops back. He's looking for a man. He's being rushed out. He pushes a man down. Holy cow. He throws down the field and it's intercepted but out of bounds, so it's incomplete. 3rd and 8. Man, they put the pressure, but look at this. Look at this stiff arm right there, man. He's like, I don't think so. That was a great stiff arm. Luckily, his throw was really bad and out of bounds. Otherwise, it would have been another interception. 12:38 left in the second. 3rd and 8. Maybe the Texans should just run the ball every single down. Why not? Just make it a running game. Forget Mills. He can just hand the ball off. Play clock is down to 0. Delay game. They're going to take it instead of calling a timeout. And that's going to back them up. 3rd and 13. Fans are still booing. They're not enjoying this at all. 12:38 left. 3rd down, rather. Shotgun. Mills drops back, and he gets sacked, of course. Right inside the 5. 4th and 22. Crowd booing even louder than before. Wide. Left him exposed. He got taken down by 2 different guys. Punt from the back of the end zone. Here it comes. And he gets it away, thankfully. Pretty decent punt all the way down to about the 28. He starts to bring it back. And he's wide open on the right side. He might go all the way. The only guy left is a punter, and he misses him. It's a return. Of course. Punt return for a touchdown is 16-0. What am I doing here? What am I even doing in this game? I feel like this is a joke right now. He goes right up the middle. There's no pressure at all, and then he just beats the punter all the way to the end zone. And he just acts like a retard going into the end zone. Stops at the line and falls in. Extra point attempt on the way. I'm not even going to show it on the screen because who cares? It's good. 17-0 with 11:40 left in the second. I'm telling you guys and gals, what the problem right now is the offense and the special teams. They are trash. They're trash today. What in the world is going on with the offense and special teams? Now the offense has made two mistakes, two turnovers. I'm sorry, the offense has made multiple mistakes and one turnover. Special teams has made multiple mistakes, including a turnover, and now they allowed a punt return. Daryl says they're playing like Little League. Absolutely. Rusty says we're out here thinking the same thing. Ugh. Oh man, I don't even know what to say right now. Why do they look so bad? I understand that they're gonna have some struggles, but why are they looking this bad? I mean, it is really, really bad right now. They're already down 17 to nothing, and we've got a lot of football left to play. They're gonna have to figure something out. They're gonna have to figure something out because this is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I didn't pay any attention at all to LSU's game against Alabama. I knew that they were going to lose, and of course they did. Not as bad as I thought, though. 20 to 9. 20 to 9. I'm surprised that Alabama only scored 20 points against LSU. Rusty says it's sad to see how much the offense dropped off. It is, yeah, and Rusty, look at the special teams, man. The special teams fumbled a return and then allowed a punt return. What the heck are we doing out there? It's like everybody checked out. Everybody went on vacation. Here is the kickoff. It's going to go into the back of the end zone, and they're going to let it go for a touchback. All right. Mills is back on the field under center, first and 10 from the 35-yard line. He hands it off. No, he fakes it. He's going to throw it down the middle. He's got a man wide open all the way down to the 42. Finally, something that looked good. Mills faked the handoff to Marks right here. He rolled out to the right side, threw a wobbler down the field. Noel was wide open and got the first down. That was a good looking play. Can they sustain it? Don't know. But right now, they're at the 38-yard line of the Jags. They're getting close. Throw on the right side. Picks up about 5 yards. Second and 5. Two good throws in a row. Those are the throws that I hope that they can stick to. Those short passes between 4 and 6 yards. I think Mills connects on those pretty easily. I just keep pushing those. Mills under center, second and 5. He hands it off on the right side. Is that Marks? Yes, Marks right up the middle. He picks up about 3 or 4. Third and 1. Texans up to the line. They got about 7 seconds left on the snap clock. Handoff at the middle. Mark's got it. He's got it more. He's still going up the middle all the way down to about the 7-yard line. Big gain by Marks. They punched it up the middle for the first down, but Marks just kept going. Take a look at this run. Nice run. I'm telling you, man, just keep handing it off. Just use your running backs today. Make the short passes. Use your running backs. Get back in this game. First and goal from the 8. Here's the handoff. Marks moves the stick. The stick's a few more yards. Picks up about 3 yards, 4 maybe. What about the Buckeyes, Richard? I don't think anybody cares about the Buckeyes here, right? Maybe the Cougars. Cougars were doing really well until that last loss. That was disappointing that they couldn't pull out a win there. But the LSU Tigers season has been a joke. They'll be lucky to get 7 wins. Second and goal. 6 yards to go. Just shy of 6 yards. Mills throws it. He's throwing it out of the zone there. Way out of the zone. Third and goal. I don't know where he was throwing it. He didn't even have a guy over there. See that? Nobody even there. I don't know if he was expecting him to stop or what. See that? Where was he throwing it? I have no idea. In the shotgun, third and goal with about a long 4 yards. Here's the snap from the shotgun. He throws it on the right side. He overthrew it. Collins was over there, but he threw it over his head. Couldn't get to it. Close, but no cigar. What if this play relies on Mills making a really perfect throw? Then why call that play? I wouldn't call that play. We got our kicking team in. Matthew Wright was just signed this week. He's in. Fairbairn has a right quad injury. The Texans are starting to be like the Astros. Everybody getting injured. Everybody going down. Bringing in new guys. Signing new guys. What the heck is going on in Houston? Is there something in the water right now? JD wants to know who the temporary head coach is for LSU. I can't remember, but honestly, I just don't care. I can't be bothered to care right now. Let's see here. Let me see if I can figure that out. Yeah, LSU never scored a touchdown in that game. They had 3 field goals, no touchdowns at all. Garrett Nussmeier, 18 for 21 passes for 121 yards. Why did he only throw 21 passes? He was benched in the third quarter. Oh, that's bad. Nussmeier was benched in the third quarter in favor of a sophomore, Michael Van Buren, who completed 5 of 11 for 52 yards. Frank Wilson. There we go. Frank Wilson is the interim head coach. So there you go. Frank Wilson. That's the answer to your question, JD. Just to make it final for you and everyone else, Sweet Richard is no longer visible on this channel. Feel free to comment all you want, but no one will ever see it again. I don't even know why. I put you in timeout many times. I don't know why I allow you to come back. I don't even know why you're here, to be honest. But I'm not interested in you anymore. There's nothing sweet about you. Your name is ironic. Kickoff from the Texans coming up in just a moment. It's 17-3. Kicked over on the right side. Whoa, nice hit. Knocks him down, clips him, takes him down at about the 25-yard line, but there's a penalty marker down. Penalty flag. 8 minutes exactly left in the second. They said there's no foul on the play. First down. I guess they accidentally threw a flag. Gotta love it when that happens. They throw a flag and then announce that there's no penalty. Yeah, Brutus, that's right. Hit the like button. We got 16 people now, so we're slowly climbing up. 1st and 10 for the Jags from their own 25-yard line. 8 minutes to go in the game. 2 men in the backfield. He hands it off right up the middle. ETN, he gets almost breaks free. Gets the first down and a few more, about 15 yards right up the middle. He almost broke free for a TD run right there. There was nobody after that last. Just they pulled him down literally by his shirt. MJ Stewart is down on the field right now for the Texans. Another apparent injury. Yeah, JD says, can't blame you for not caring. The whole LSU team is in disarray. Yeah, it is. It's a crap show, but you know what? When you look at the situation, and you probably know enough about the situation, JD, to see my point here. My point is that LSU made that situation. They made that problem from the beginning of Brian Kelly's arrival until today. They made this problem. So it's a good example of you make your bed and you lie in it, you know? And right now they're rolling around in that bed. And a fan like me can't be bothered to care about their massive mistakes. There's going to be a short break. We're on commercial while we wait for the next play. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jags from about their own 40-yard line. It is 4:08 a.m. here in Japan. I hope everyone's doing all right today. Thanks for being here, listening in, liking the live stream and all that good stuff. On the poll currently, we have about 8 votes, and it's 50-50. Will Mills lead any TD drives today? Right now, we are divided. Let me refresh the screen there and see what we have. We have about 9 likes. That's not bad considering we have such a small viewership right now. I look forward to the day when we have a lot of subs and a lot of subscribers. and a ton of viewers. That'll be nice. Looking forward to that. Right now, it's slowly growing, but with the Texans playing like this, they're not helping me out. Rockets also played like trash the other day against the Spurs. I have no idea what's going on. I expected the Rockets to blow out the Spurs. I expected the Texans to actually put up a fight today. They haven't started to do that yet. Well, that looks nice. MJ Stewart has a left leg injury and he's going to be carted off the field. They got his legs wrapped up. They're taking him off the field. You can see him get hit here. Yeah, his leg got twisted when he got taken down on a block. And there he goes, another Texan injured. The crowd can barely be bothered to cheer for the guy. This crowd looks so deflated. So much hope and even hype for this year. And look at where we're at. It's ridiculous. First down and 10, handoff on the left side. He picks up about 2. Second and 8. .6:55 left in the second. Lawrence is going to pass it over on the left side. It's called, but he's immediately lit up by the Texans defense, including Lassiter. They pick up about 2 or 3 yards. Third down. They're showing a bunch of highlights you don't want to see, trust me. There's a flag. Another unsportsmanlike conduct on the Texans. 15-yard penalty, first down. And it was Lassiter, the guy who made the play. Yeah, that's what it was. So Lassiter was jawing at the receiver and bumped him in the helmet with his helmet. A ref was standing about 3 feet away, right by him, and threw a flag immediately. So he makes the play. He was yelling at him while he was on the ground, too. Pass up the middle is incomplete. Another flag. Toto gets called for pass interference. First down. What a joke. I'm not sure what's going on here, to be honest. Yeah, he was all over him. All over him. Yeah, he was grabbing him and pulling on him before the ball even got there. And then he gets up like, what did I do? What did I do? First and 10 from the Texans' 39-yard line. Handoff. They get him in the backfield. A good defensive play, and they lose 5 yards. Second and 15. I feel like this game is so bipolar. See such a great defensive play by the Texans, and then they do something stupid like taunting the other guy, hitting him in the helmet with his helmet, turning the ball over. fumbling it, throwing interceptions, giving up punt returns, but then making great defensive plays right after that. I just don't get it. 2nd and 15. Looks like there might be false start, and there is finally a penalty against the Jaguars, and they go backwards. It's going to be 2nd and 20. Almost got 20 people following along right now. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I did see that the Cougars beat UCF 30-27. That's good news. Lawrence is back in the shotgun. He drops back, and it's going to have to run forward. They take him down, but he does pick up about 4 yards. The pocket collapsed. He didn't have anybody to throw it to. Too much coverage downfield. I don't know how he got through there. Big third down coming up. 3rd and 15. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second. Come on now. Shut him down right here. Out of field goal range. Lawrence is going to run it right up the middle, but there's a flag, and they stop the play. It's going to be another false start on the Jaguars. That was a designed run for Lawrence. The commentators seem to think that the Jaguars are already in field goal range, but I doubt it. I don't care how good their field goal kicker is. I don't think he's going to be kicking it from here. 3rd and 20. Little is warming up. That's their field goal kicker. He's warming up on the side, but I don't know. I think the Texans might get some good field position if they can shut him down right here. Here's the snap. He drops back. He's looking for a guy, and he's got somebody in the middle. He catches it. It's a good catch all the way down to the 35-yard line. Did he trap it? They're going to take another look at it. Looks like he might have dropped it. I think that ball, I don't know. That ball looks like it was down on the grass. Trammell makes the catch, but it looks like it was on the grass. Ryan is going to challenge it. Yeah, D'Amico says, nah, I think that was on the grass. I think that's the incomplete pass. Yeah, it's difficult to say. One angle, these commentators don't know what they're talking about. They said that he slid his right hand underneath it, but he never did. And now he's saying, well, you could make the argument that it did touch the ground. Make up your mind, dude. These guys don't know what they're talking about. He clearly did not slide his hand under the ball. It looked more like his left hand might have gotten under the ball, but he kept saying that he got his right hand under the ball, but he never moved his right hand under the ball. So I don't know what this guy's talking about. But anyway, they're going to review it. D'Amico decided to challenge it, so we've got a commercial timeout while they take a look at it. Whoops, I didn't mean to leave that showing for so long. The ruling on the field stands. Houston is charged a timeout. There's not enough evidence to overturn it. 4th and 5 should be an easy field goal, but you never know. The Texans have been blocking some field goals. They got some guys up front that can block field goals. Maybe they'll get their beefy paw on it this time. We'll see. 20 people viewing right now. Thanks for being here. Little is about to go for another field goal for the Jaguars. There's 4:07 on the clock before halftime. He lines up. Here comes the snap. Kick is up, and it squeezes through on the left side. It's good. 20-3. These commentators are ridiculous. He makes it look so normal and natural. Well, that was a 45, 47-yard field goal attempt, and it was pushed a little to the left. It was not perfect. And they're showing the. What is with these commentators? Who am I listening? Are these Texans commentators or Jaguars commentators? You're talking about the smile on Little's face. He kicked a field goal that he should have made. That's all he did. Every kicker in the NFL should have made that one. They're talking about him like he's God on the field or something. Here's the kickoff. The Texans are going to have 4 minutes to try to do something. All they've got on the board right now is 3 points. This goes all the way to the back of the end zone, and he's going to kneel it for a touchback. Should come out to the 35-yard line. And that's where the Texans will start. Mills comes back on the field. First 3 drives for the Texans, they got 34 yards. Last drive was 61, and they got a field goal. Snap. Mills is back. He's got a guy on the left side. Pass is complete. First down. Picks up about 11 to Higgins. Nice little rollout to the left side. That was a good play. Not going to complain about that one. Brendan wants to know if I'm streaming the Rockets game. Done with football for the. Well, no, I'm going to keep covering the Texans, Brendan. Even if they play sucky for the rest of the season, I wouldn't give up on the Astros. So I'm not going to give up on the Texans or the Rockets. I'll keep following them, but I will keep following the Rockets also. All right, was a nice little pass on the left side. Nico Collins, back shoulder fade. All the way down to about the 35-yard line of the Jags. Mills drops back and he gets crushed. And there's a flag in the backfield. Brendan, as soon as this game is wrapping up, I'm going to flip over to the Rockets game. Roughing the passer. Roughing the passer. I don't know, man. It just looks like a tackle to me. Oh, it is helmet to helmet. That was It was helmet to helmet, but whatever. 1st and 10 Texans. It stands. Houston's got the ball at the 20-yard line. Mills is back. He's got a guy wide open all the way down to the 4-yard line. Nico Collins again. Man, where's all this coming from? The Texans have moved down the field in like a minute and a half. Collins all the way down to the 5 or the 6 and then turns around and picks up a couple more. They're inside the 5. Just like that. Almost down to the 2-minute warning. They're going to let it roll down. They're not in a rush right now. They might get themselves a touchdown right here. Knock on wood. All right, first and goal for the Texans. Commercial break. Somebody called timeout. That timeout is what we call the 2-minute warning. All right. We're hanging steady around 20 subscribers, or 20 viewers, I'm sorry. Channel growth has been a little slow recently as the as my coverage for the Texans and the Rockets has been a little spotty. I won't necessarily call it a vacation. I did tell you, you ladies and gentlemen, that I was taking kind of a vacation. It was time off. But the truth is that it's kind of a half truth because I was invited to come speak in a conference about these old houses in Japan and how it how I cover it on my YouTube channel and answer some questions related to that for some of the people there. So they actually paid for my lodging. Um, some of my food was free, and they also paid me about $75 towards transportation. It didn't completely cover all of my transportation costs, but I had a friend and another friend later on riding with me, and so the tollways and the fuel that I paid to get to the conference and back, it's it's split 2 and 3 ways. So it was affordable for me to go to the conference. And I would say that it wound up costing me, the total trip should wind up costing me less than $100. And that I was able to do it. I've been wanting to go to this conference for years. They started it about 4 years ago. Brendan says he's excited for the Rockets game. Well, man, Brendan, what did you think about the Rockets Spurs game? Because I was at the conference and I didn't get to live stream or watch that game, but I looked at the highlights. I was shocked when I saw the score. But if I'm not mistaken, the Rockets looked really good in the second quarter, but then they just were so inconsistent and then got beat. I couldn't believe it. All right, here we go. First and goal from the 4 yard line. Mills in the shotgun. He hands it off to Marks. Marks up the middle and he fights to get to the end zone. Almost gets to the line. Just shy. It's going to be second and goal with less than a yard. They played terrible in the fourth quarter, says Brendan. Definitely a team they should have beat. They should have beaten the Spurs easily. Second and goal from the 1. Marks in the backfield. It's going to be tossed to the left side. He's got room and he runs it in for the touchdown. I told you, just keep running the ball, baby. Just keep running the ball. Keep running the ball. Marks with a touchdown on the toss out to the left side. It's 20-9. Little toss out to Marks. That's what I'm talking about right there. Why don't they just keep doing that? Just go to your running backs. You know what I'm saying? Go to your running backs. Extra point coming up. Second career rushing TD for Marks. Here's the snap and the kick. And it's just barely good. Sneaks in on the left side. It's 20-10. So will Mills lead any TD drives today? We can end the poll. So 45% believed yes. 55 no. He finally led one right before halftime. I can't believe that they got down the field in just a couple of minutes. But in the end, they made the right decision. A couple of good runs by Marks, and they get the touchdown. Texans really need to win against the Jaguars. They need this in the division. You can see it right there. Right now, the Texans are 1-1 in the division. Here's the kickoff to the Jaguars. 1:19 left, and he's going to return it. He brings it out to the 25, 30, 35, and they take him down about the 37. But there is a flag. Tootin looks like he's a little shaken up on that return. He's down on the field now. Who's the flag against here? Hopefully the Jags. That'd be nice. Wouldn't it be nice if the luck changed? Good. Illegal block in the back against the Jags. 15-yard penalty. First down. That's going to take them back. They're going to have a long field ahead of them. Tootin, isn't it funny? The guy who's down right now, he blocked in the back and then he got hurt. What? What? Now they're saying there's no foul on the play. I don't understand what happened there. They threw a flag, they called a block in the back, and now they're saying no penalty on the play. What in the world is going on with these refs? Did they get a call from Vegas or something? 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Crazy. Lawrence drops back. He throws it right down the middle. It's popped up in the air, and it is caught but out of bounds. It's going to be incomplete. It was an interception out of bounds. Good defense there. It's funny that he catches it, but he's already out of bounds when he makes the play. So he knocks it in the air. By the time the ball comes down, he's way out of bounds, but still good D. 2nd and 10. 1:08 left before halftime. Lawrence drops back. He's going to throw it again, and he throws it to the middle. Misses his guy. The Jaguars say that there is a hold, and the referee's response is to throw the flag. Pass interference. Automatic first down. Is that how it works? The Jaguars can say, hey, there's a foul, and then they get the flag automatically? Yeah, a little bit. He grabs his right arm behind him. That was on Stingley. 1st and 10 from the 40. Lawrence is in the backfield and he's sacked. He can't get away that time. He's mauled. This is what the defense is going to have to do, is completely maul Lawrence and the Jaguars in order to keep the Texans in this game, because the offense is so poor right now. They're going to need the Texans to keep the Jaguars at 20 in order to have a chance to win this game. 2nd and 18, he's back in the pocket. He runs forward. He's got a man on the right side. He picks up the first down and a little more. There might be another penalty at the end of the play. right when he gets to the right when he gets to the marker, the first down marker, he gets hit a little late. I thought they were going to throw a flag there. Look at this. I'm not sure what he was doing. Oh, that was actually a good defensive play. He didn't get to the first down marker. What a retard. I'm sorry, but that was a ridiculous play. It's now 3rd and 1 because the guy slowed down and danced out of bounds. He got knocked out of bounds before he got the first down. Quarterback push up the middle. It looks like Lawrence is going to get the first down with the quarterback push up the middle. Brendan says baseball's still my favorite sport. Yeah, man, I love me some baseball. But I will say this, though, to be honest, I'm glad to have the break. I'm glad to have the break. And I'm glad for the Astros to have the break. They need to retool, you know what I'm saying? But doing the Astros games is quite a grind. They play way too many games in the season. Just way too many. We got almost 30 people viewing right now. Thanks for being here. Make sure you leave the like on that live stream. I do appreciate you being here. Spread the word. Tell your friends, family, and enemies about me. Say nothing but good things. Make some stuff up if you want. As long as it's good, I don't care what it is. Feel free to lie if you need to. Here's the snap. He drops back. He's got a guy in the middle. It's intercepted. Are you kidding me? Stingley reached out and got that pass. He just took it away from the receiver, reached out and snatched it. The Texans have the ball with 11 seconds left before halftime. Check this play out. How nice was this? Look at that. With one hand grab by Stingley. He just reached out and took it away with one hand. Third interception for Stingley this year. Are they going to try something with 11 seconds? We'll see. They got their new kicker warming up. Mills is going to take a shot downfield. He's looking around. He rolls out to the right side. He's going to have to run out of bounds. 4 seconds left. It'll be second down. No kick attempt now. They don't have time to throw it and then kick it. They're going to have to go for a Hail Mary. That's going to count as a sack because Mills didn't get to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11 with 4 seconds left on the clock. Long throw coming up here for Mills. And before they can snap it. Timeout called by Jacksonville. Brendan says, why does this feel like that Blue Jays game 7? Well, who's the Blue Jays, though? Blue Jays, the Jaguars, where they jump out to a lead and then they slowly let the Dodgers come back and the Texans are the Dodgers. Is that what you mean? I could see that. I could see that. 2nd and 11 with 4 seconds left until halftime. Texans are playing like the Astros. Yeah, and getting hurt too, Sam. They're doing the full Monty. They got the complete kit and caboodle going right now. That's why I asked if there was something in the water in Houston. Mills in the shotgun. It might be a false start, and there is. Mills seemed to be trying to draw them off sides there. I don't know why. Even with the offsides call, it's not going to give you a first down. But it led to a false start, so they moved backwards. Ball at the Texans' 39-yard line. Second and 16, 4 seconds left. Can we just kneel it and go to halftime? They are in the shotgun again. It's finally snapped. Mills drops back. He gets some time. He throws it down the field. It's going to be way short of the end zone. It's caught. Holy cow. Look how close that was. Nico Collins caught it at about the 5 yard line and was forced out of bounds. How amazing that would have been. But Mills could not get it to the end zone. Collins caught it, but there were too many defenders and they pushed him out of bounds at the 5 yard line. That's going to pad Mills's numbers. But holy freaking cow. Man, Mills he got rushed a little bit, but then he got back into the pocket and he had time to throw it downfield, but he just didn't have the arm to get it in the end zone. Collins caught it about the 5 yard line, tried to turn around and move forward, but he was pushed out of bounds. And that's where we end 20-10 at halftime. I do appreciate everyone being here. We got about 23 listening in and viewing right now. Wherever you are, thanks for coming in. It is 4:40 a.m. and I'm kind of tired and sleepy. I've been driving a lot today. I left with my friend Glenn from the conference at 4 o'clock, and we drove for over 2 hours to where did we stop? I don't even know where we stopped at, but we drove over 2 hours to get to kind of a halfway point between Aichi and where we're at right now, which is called Himeji. Himeji is kind of a famous place in Japan. They have a really beautiful castle here, Himeji Castle. Very beautiful. Um, we stopped at a halfway point, and I ate a small dinner, and then we got back on the road. Actually, one of those service stations, one of those roadside stations, had a Starbucks, so I was able to get a cafe misto, get a little bit of caffeine in me. Jump back on the road, continue driving, and arrived here a little after 9 o'clock here in Himeji. And I realized that I'd forgotten to bring my HDMI cable. Now, the reason that's a problem is because now you can't see this because it's right over here. I'm using my laptop camera. I didn't bring my really nice camera. I didn't figure it was necessary, especially since my screen is so small. I don't make myself really big on the screen, right? So I decided to go to a place called Don Quixote. Don Quixote, if you don't know it, is a famous store, a chain store in Japan. It's kind of like you could say it's Japan's answer to Walmart. I guess you could say that. But they have basically everything. It's like a super center. They have food and they have suitcases and electronics and clothes and Halloween stuff and Christmas stuff and on and on and on. And they even have a questionable department. It's for adults only, if you know what I mean. They have basically everything, and they have electronics. They're open till 2 a.m. So after I got here and I got checked in at my hotel, um, the first thing that I did actually was I went upstairs to the 15th floor. They have a public bath up there. Even though this room has a bathroom and a bathtub, it's not the same. So on the 15th floor, they have a room where you go in there and there are a bunch of stools and places where you sit down and you wash yourself and you scrub yourself down with soap and you clean yourself up really good. And then after you rinse off, then you get in the hot bath. There's a really large hot bath and it has enough room for about 10 guys, but there were only 3 people in there when I went. And I actually was able to have a conversation mostly in Japanese with a guy who's from Fukui and his business. He's the boss of his own business. He makes sewing machines. The sewing machines that make curtains for houses. So these are custom machines specifically for making curtains that hang over your windows. And I felt so good that I was able to understand enough of his Japanese to understand what he was talking about. And while we were sitting in the hot bath together, we were just talking back and forth about stuff. And he was asking me many questions about my house and America and where I'm at, where I'm from in America. And I told him he wanted to know what kind of work I did, and so I told him about my YouTube channel and my sports channel, and I told him about my old Japanese house channel, and he really thought that the sports channel was really cool, but when he heard that I had a YouTube channel about my old house in Japan, he was very impressed, and he wanted to know what my channels were so he could look them up later on, and that was a fun, relaxing thing. But after that, I drove from the hotel down to the Don Quixote store. It's only about a 10-minute drive, and I picked up another HDMI cable, and I was able to hook it up to the TV right here in the room. That way, I can see the chat and the play-by-play screen, and that enables me to do this right here. You see, because now I have two screens. If I don't have two screens, I can't show any clips or highlights of the game. And of course, right now I'm unable to show any clips or highlights of the Rockets games, and that's simply because the NBA is just too heavy-handed with their strike policies, and YouTube just agrees with them automatically. So even if I show a 3 second clip in a 2.5 hour live stream, then the NBA will claim it. YouTube will accept the claim as 100% their content. So they don't, NBA is different. They don't claim a section of my video, they claim the whole video. So even if it's just 3 seconds, they claim the whole video. They claim that the whole video is theirs. YouTube assumes that that's correct. They don't give me a chance to defend it or disprove it. They just automatically give me a strike. And so right now, unfortunately, while I will be covering the Rockets games, I just can't show any clips. Um, I'm working on improving my channel, or my Rockets layout, so that whenever the Rockets players score, there will be some custom pictures and animations that come up on the screen. And occasionally, I can pause the game and show you like a freeze frame of the game. I think that's okay. But unfortunately, I just can't show any live clips of the NBA game whenever the Rockets play. So I apologize for that. I'm still, I don't want to say upset because I've gotten over that, but I will say that I'm still very surprised at just how heavy handed the NBA is to copyright claim my entire video just for showing clips, because the NFL and the MLB, what they do is they just they just claim clips, and then I can go in and I can just remove those clips and I don't get a copyright strike. But the NBA is not that lenient. They just claim the whole video, and YouTube is not fair enough to check the content to make sure that that's an accurate claim. They just come in and say it belongs to the NBA. All of your video belongs to the NBA, and then here's a strike. So I can't afford to get another strike and lose my channel for several weeks, because right now, since I have the first strike, I wasn't able to live stream for 1 week. If I get a second strike before the first strike disappears, then I won't be able to live stream for like 3 weeks. And I can't financially afford that. I cannot allow that sort of thing to happen to me and my channel. So just to let you all know, we've still got halftime going on right now. We can look at the scoreboard. I have an NFL scoreboard that we can look at, I believe. Where's it at? Here's my NFL scoreboard. Let's bring that up on the screen. I think maybe I can make this. Yeah, let me make this full screen so I can see the whole screen. I'll read off the scores for you, beautiful ladies and handsome gentlemen. Of course, in the top left of the screen, you can see that the on my NFL scoreboard, it's always going to be on the upper left side of the screen, surrounded in a little red box. That's where the Texans score will always be. But other games right now, in the third quarter with 12 minutes left, the Giants are beating the Bears 17-7. The Bills are also in the third quarter with about 14 minutes left against the Dolphins. The Dolphins are winning 16-0 against the Bills. The Panthers and the Saints are playing right now. The Saints are winning 10-7 in the third quarter with about 14 minutes left, looks like. And let's see here. I can't tell if that's 10 or 14. It might be 10 minutes. 10 minutes and 55 seconds. The Patriots and the Buccaneers are playing. Patriots winning 21-10 right now with 11 minutes left in the third. The Browns and the Jets got a game going on in the second quarter. No, it looks like halftime. It says quarter two with no minutes, no seconds. That means it's halftime. So it's tied up 17 all. That's a game. Ravens and Vikings are also in the third quarter with about 12 minutes left. Ravens winning 12-10. What is going on with the is that an overtime game? The Colts and the Falcons? 31-25. The Colts right now. I guess they are in overtime. Is that what's happening there? Looks like it. The Raiders are losing to the Broncos or lost. Is it over? It looks like time has expired, so it looks like the Broncos beat the Raiders 10-7. It appears so. Those are your scores. Games remaining left to be played. Eagles versus the Packers, Steelers at the Chargers, Lions at the Commanders, Rams at the 49ers, and Cardinals at the Seahawks. It appears that the Titans are not playing today. The Colts game, though, it would be nice if the Falcons could beat the Colts. I wonder if I can check that out on ESPN. I'll give it a look. I'll give it a look and see. We're about to have the kickoff though, so we'll get back to the Texans game, and then I'll check that Colts game in just a little bit. All right, here comes the kickoff. Jags are bringing it back all the way about to the 25 or 26-yard line, and that's where they'll start off the second half of the game. Yeah, Colts wound up winning 31-25. ETN runs it up the middle and picks up about 4. It'd be 2nd and 6. Brendan says you're seeing Monday night and Thursday night football. Yeah, that's right. I know some of the all of the scores for this week are showing on my scoreboard. So games that were played several days ago and games that are coming up. Etienne gets it again and goes up the middle, but he gets almost nothing, maybe a yard. 14 minutes left in the third. Speaking of third, it's 3rd down and 5. Come on, Texans. Let's get her done. Let's get her done. Lawrence in the shotgun with a man beside him. Here's the snap. He drops back. He's looking for a man. He's got somebody wide open down the field, and he stumbles and falls out of bounds. Almost ran for a touchdown. Big opportunity for the Texans to stop them right there, and they give up a wide open throw all the way down to about the 45-yard line. They're going to double check and see where his foot went out of bounds. See if he went out right here. Yeah, he did. His foot was out right there. Big mistake right there for the Texans defense on a very important 3rd down stop. Hand off to the left side. They swing it out. There's not much space for him. And pick up about 3 or 4. That should have been a penalty right there. Why didn't they why don't they call why don't they call the Jaguars for unsportsmanlike conduct, unnecessary roughness? He shoved the defender after he was out of bounds. Nothing was called. 2nd and 6. Lawrence in the shotgun. He fakes the handoff. He's looking for a man on the wing. He's got him. They're going to get the 1st down and a little bit more. It's ETN. He picks up about 10 yards. 1st down +5. That was an almost 15-yard gain, actually. Who's down? Is that another Texan? Stingley. He's trying to get up right now. Good grief, man. Good grief. Oh, I need to put my overlay back on the screen. My bad. Sorry about that. And they're going to take a injury timeout for Stingley. He was trying to get up. But he's not moving very well right now. Take a look at these scores. Monday. Monday. Friday's game. Friday's game. That would be Thursday. Thursday night football. For me, it's Friday. Okay, I see. The Broncos and the Raiders played for Thursday night football. NFL Berlin game. Man, that's so disappointing that the Falcons couldn't pull it out against the Colts. How nice would that have been? That would have been super nice. Should be back to the game in just a moment. Just waiting for these commercials to end. It's 5 o'clock a.m. Straight up. Straight up 5. U.S. Airlines cancels more than 2,500 weekend flights, mostly due to government shutdown. Why are they canceling flights because of the government shutdown? Well, all right. We are back. Stingley was taken off the field. They took him into the tent. Tremont Smith is in for Stingley. They're checking out Stingley. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line of the Texans. Lawrence throws it on the right side. Catch is made, but he gets taken out immediately. Stingley is running over on the sideline. He seems to be okay. There's a penalty marker down after that 1 yard gain. Going to be against the Texans. Either way, no matter what it is. Illegal contact on the defense. Called on speed. 5 yard penalty, first down, automatic. It was already first down, so it doesn't really matter. First and 10 from the 21-yard line. Lawrence gets flushed out. No, he gets taken down. He managed to stay on his feet, though, and avoid the sack. He falls forward for about 4 yards. So what started off as a sack, right there, they had the opportunity. Couldn't wrap him up and just let him keep going forward. Terrible tackling. Absolutely terrible tackling. Look at this. They had him wrapped up right there, and they're just like, oh, let's just let him keep going. Those goobers going for the ball instead of just taking him down. They needed to take him down behind the line, and they wound up giving him like 4 yards instead of tackling 3 yards behind the line. Tootin goes up the middle for 2 yards. 3rd and 4. Stingley is back in the game, but he's still kind of limping a little bit. Seems to be his right leg that's bothering him. 3rd and 4, 10.5 left in the third. From the shotgun, Lawrence gets the snap, looks for a man. He's got somebody on the left side of his knockdown. Once again, the Texans throw up the big beefy paws. 4th and 4. Looks like Autry was the man. See it right here. Autry, the kick and pass blocker. He blocked that one with his elbow, and it bounced into his helmet. That dude's a beast. It's another field goal attempt for Little. 33-yard attempt, looks like. This one is up and right down the middle. 23-10. The Texans actually have to stop this offense before they get to the 50-yard line because the kicker has such a long range. Essentially, his field goal range is It just requires the Jaguars to get to the 50-yard line. If they can get to the 50, they can kick a field goal. So the Texans defense has double work today. Not only do they have to stop the Jaguars before they get to the 50-yard line, but they also have to make up for the mistakes of special teams and the offense. It's absolutely nuts. Absolutely nutsoids. Let's see, it's 5:04 a.m. right now. I know we got the Rockets game coming up in just a little bit. It's supposed to start at 5:30. That's in about 25 minutes. 5:30 a.m. my time. That's my time, by the way. I scheduled that game a little late because I thought I would be calling the entire Texans game, which is what I plan to do. But I will only switch over. I don't plan to switch over though. I plan to keep calling the Texans game and then come in a little late on the Rockets game. I hate that there's a little overlap, but there's nothing I can do about that. It's going to happen sometimes on Sundays. Monday night games, perhaps if there are any Thursday night games, and occasionally these Sunday games, there can be some conflicts in the scheduling. But I will do my best to cover both as usual. That's what they were showing earlier today. Pitiful highlights, the fumble, and then the interception, and then the punt return. Absolutely ridiculous. The Texans have given up 13 points either on special teams failures or turnovers. Here's the kickoff, and right into the end zone, he kneels it. And there's a flag at the 22-yard line. We'll see what's going on here. Hopefully, it's against the Jaguars and we'll get some more yardage. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Jaguars, that'd be nice. Yeah. Is there a foul? I don't know. What's Vegas say? Is there? Yeah, I think there's a foul. Let's make something up. Which foul is it? Don't know. They just said they wanted a foul. Illegal formation on the kicking team. Extra 5 yards for the Texans. So that'll be nice. It looks like the Texans will start from the 40-yard line. All right. Come on. Let's make this an awesome third quarter. Pass right down the middle. Mills to Collins picks up about 5 or 6 yards right in the middle. Like I said, those are the best passes for Mills. He's best between about 4 and 6 yards. If you do that and run the ball, it's good enough, in my opinion. Solid defense with scoring every single drive. That's what it's going to take to win. It's 23-10 right now with 9:43 left. Here's a handoff on the right side to Marks. He picks up about 2. It's going to be shy of a first down. Third and about 3. Third and 3. He got hit at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't get too much. Third and 3. Shotgun formation. Marks. No, yeah, that's Marks in the backfield. Fake. And a throw over to the left side. Schultz has it. And that's a first down. They pick up about 5 or 6 yards. Once again, there's that throw I'm talking about right there. Schultz with a little quick slant over to the left side. That's all we need to do. That's all we need to do. Don't let Mills make any silly mistakes. Just keep throwing it like that. Run it, throw it, run it, throw it, run it, throw it. Death by 1,000 cuts. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line of the Jags. Marks cuts it back. Nice move. Marks almost got stood up at the line. He went around it, turned it into a nice gain of about 6. How beautiful was that? Like right here, look at this. He had to bounce out and go around. Good move there. I love me some Woody Marks. 2nd and 5. 9 rushes for 39 yards and a TD today. Mills is back. He throws it way down the field. It's a bomb. Oh my gosh, way overthrown. Higgins was down there in the end zone. I dared to hope when I saw that bomb to the end zone. Yeah, see, no foul called there. Nico Collins is like, hello. D'Amico, I'm sorry. I said Nico Collins. D'Amico says, don't we get a flag? I guess not. No pass interference. Should have been. 3rd and 5. Mills is back in the shotgun. 5, 4, 3, 2, and they get the snap off. He's got a guy in the middle. There we go. Oh, dropped by Schultz. Right in Schultz's hands. About a 7-yard throw. Right in his hands. And he drops the freaking ball. Look at this. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Schultz. It looked like he was surprised that it was a perfect throw. But they are going on it, guys. They're going for it, rather. Going on it. They're going on it. It's too early in the morning for me, and I think they're not going to get it here. He's in the shotgun, drops back, throws it. It's knocked down. Yeah, it was already on the screen. Turnover on downs. They don't even come away with three points. They decided to go for it. So we got Schultz missing the ball. And then the not good enough pass. And the Texans turn it over on downs. It'll be Jags' ball. You guys and gals know that song. What am I doing here? So very special. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. What am I doing here? What are the Texans doing right now? I just don't get it. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. 7 minutes and 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Jaguars with a field goal on their first possession of the half. Texans move it down the field, doing the strategy that I like, which is run the ball and throw short passes. They make the mistake of having Mills throw a bomb to the end zone. He did have a receiver close by who was held, but it's not being called both ways. Pass interference is being called on the Texans, but not on the Jaguars. So they don't get that. And then they come up short on 3rd down because the ball was right in Schultz's hands. He misses it. and then they decide to go for it. Don't get it. So that's where we're at right now. Jaguars ball. Was that on the 48-yard line? Looks like it. Still got commercials going on. This commercial break is way too long. It takes all of us. All right, finally. Jacksonville with the ball on their own 42-yard line. Here's the snap. They're going to run it right the middle, and he gets destroyed in the backfield. Speed crushes ETN. Look at this. Boom. Loss of a yard. He lived up to his name right there. He got through there and gave him a nice little pop. 2nd and 11. Wow, that was nice. This defensive coach needs to get paid more. There's a throw over to the left side. It looks complete. Lawrence got hit basically as he was throwing it. Somehow that ball got over there to Myers. Are they going to give him the first down? He might have forward progress. Nope, it's going to be 3rd and 1. 3rd and inches, I guess. They line up, maybe a quarterback push right up the middle. And there's a flag, false start. That'd be nice. Timeout? Don't challenge that. What's the challenge? Okay, I see. There's going to be a challenge by the Jaguars. They're going to challenge the spot on the field. They think that they got the first down. When I saw it at first, I thought maybe he should have had the first down. Yeah, I think they did shortchange him on the spot, but it'd be nice if they didn't get it here. We got another commercial break while they check out the review. I appreciate you all being here. Maybe we can take a quick look at the scoreboard, the NFL scoreboard. Giants and the Bears near the end of the third, 17-10 Giants. Dolphins over the Bills 16-6 with 12 and a half left in the fourth. Ravens over the Vikings 19-10 with 2.5 left in the third. Browns and the Jets still tied at 17 with 3.5 left in the third. Patriots over the Buccaneers 21-6 with just a minute left in the third. Panthers with the ball, but still down by 3. It's 10-7 as they trail the Saints. The Saints are 1-8. I can't tell you how happy that makes me. As poorly as the Texans have been doing today, I can feel happy that the Saints are 1-8. That makes me very, very happy. I'm not a Saints fan. Just the opposite. Quite the opposite. You know, what's really sad is that if the Texans could just get a touchdown right now, they'd really be back in the game. They'd just be down by 6. If they could have just kicked a field goal, that would have brought them within 10. Yeah, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Boston Blue. The Jags get the overturn on the field. It is overturned. They get the first down. I thought it was a first down when I first saw it, so I'm not surprised they gave it to him. First and 10 from the Texans' 48-yard line. Lawrence under center. He's got a couple of men in the backfield. He's going to throw it. He looks around. He doesn't have anybody. He rolls out to the left side and out of bounds. He's going to pick up about 3. Flag is down. Might be holding. We'll see. Yep. Yeah, it is holding. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down. It's going to back it up. Back into Jaguars territory. First down and 20 from the Jaguars' 42-yard line. Let's back them up some more. Why not? Lawrence from the shotgun. He gets rushed and it's up in the air, almost intercepted. Holy cow, that was dangerous. That was a free ball. Toto smacked Lawrence, and Lawrence lobs the ball up. I don't know how the Texans did not intercept that ball. Oh, they had one guy over there, but he got knocked down. Look at this. Good defense. But the Texans' only guy over there had been blocked and knocked down before the ball got there, so it didn't work out. Second and 20. Lawrence in the shotgun. He hands it off. They go up the middle. Not much. 3 yards, maybe. ETN taken down. It'd be third down and 17. That's a pretty cool hat. Well, you can't see it now. Mills has on a pretty cool Texans hat. I think it's the salute to the service or something hat, kind of green and brown. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Lawrence trying to get everybody to hurry up and get to the line. Third and 17 from the 45 of the Jags. In the shotgun. Lawrence is back. He's rushed. He's got a guy and he gets taken. Oh, he stumbles and he's going to move forward and he gets the first down. He got hit at the line of scrimmage. He got hit at the freaking line of scrimmage and he stumbled and kept his balance and ran all the way down for the freaking first down. Look at this. Look at that. Missed tackle leads to a first down. See, that's exactly what the Texans just cannot do without to win this game is something like that from their defense. It's a sad fact, but the defense just has to be solid gold today in order for them to have a chance at this game. Lawrence is getting flushed out of the pocket. He throws it downfield. That's dangerous. Almost intercepted. He just chunks it down the field. Stingley was there to knock it down. He almost intercepted it. Yeah, he got in front of him. Look at that. Very close. It was really up for grabs. It was almost first and 10 for the Texans from their own 3-yard line. Second down and 10 from the 34-yard line of the Texans. Lawrence from the shotgun. Timeout called. Play clock was down. Jags take a timeout. It's 23-10, guys and gals. with 4.5 left in the third. Short timeout taken by the Jaguars. Thank you for being here today, by the way. Thanks for listening in. I do appreciate you all being here. Just to let you know that without this channel and your support in this community, I can't do what I'm doing. I know things that seem to have slowed down a little bit. The Texans have been lethargic, but I do hope that we can continue to build a community. Without the support for the channel, I can't keep doing what I'm doing. So your likes, comments, and donations are all appreciated. 2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line of the Texans. Lawrence drops back and he throws it over to the middle, caught all the way down to about the 16-yard line. First down. First and 10 from the 16-yard line of the Texans. Handoff up the middle. ETN. He gets maybe a yard. No, that's Tootin. Tootin rips one for a yard. 2nd and 9. Second and 9. Lawrence in the shotgun. He drops back. He's got a man right wide open in the middle, and he's stopped after he gets a first down. They pick up about 10 yards. It'll be 1st and goal. It's not looking good at all for the Texans this game. Like I said, the defense has to be perfect this game for them to have a chance, and right now they're being too soft. Trevor Lawrence now has 101 yards in just this quarter. 2.5 minutes left in the third. From the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. They hand it off on the left side, and he gets taken down in the backfield. That's a huge loss. They lost almost 10 yards. He ran backwards, and Toll took him down. Second and goal. But they got pushed way back. Eight yards lost on the play. At the 13-yard line. Shotgun. Lawrence fakes a run, throws it over the left side. Incidental contact, but they're going to call a flag. Toll. It looks like they're going to call pass interference, which is stupid. And that's what it is, defensive pass interference. Look at this. That ball was nowhere near them. And Allen tried to turn back inside. Allen's the one who made the contact. Can they contest that? They can't challenge that? I'd challenge that if they could. Nine penalties so far against the Texans. 70 yards of penalties. And we haven't even started the fourth quarter yet. That was a stupid penalty. These refs, man. That was not a defensive penalty. Handoff right up the middle and all the way in the end zone for a touchdown. That's another 6 points for the Jaguars. It's 29-10. The crowd is booing heavily right now. Can't blame them. This is one ugly game. Just when you think they might be able to do something to get back in it, their defense shuts down. And the referees are calling penalties against the Texans that they are not calling against the Jags. They're going to go for two right now to make it 31-10. Lawrence in the shotgun. He's looking for a receiver. He gets rushed and he throws it out of the end zone, so they don't get the 2-point conversion. Well, there's that at least. They get that stop. That's all they're going to get. 19-point lead with a minute and a half left in the third. Oh, wow. Paul Tagliabue passed away, the former NFL commissioner. That's interesting. I didn't know that. 85 years old. Wow. Hey, Doug, good to see you. You're right. That was a bad call, but there have been a few of them. These non calls, calls that should have been calls, calls that weren't calls. The refs are really sticking it to the Texans today. The Jaguars are actually like the worst team in the NFL for getting penalties, but they've been all over. The refs have been all over the Texans today. Total nonsense. Here's the kickoff. Back into the end zone. Probably going to kneel it. And he does. It's touchback. Texans down by 19 with a minute and a half left. Mills, the most elite quarterback in the NFL, is back on the field for the Texans. First play from scrimmage. Handoff right up the middle. Marks. What a push right up the middle, and he's still freaking going. That's about a 20-yard gain. No, that was Chubb. I'm sorry. What a push right up the middle. That was a great run. He went right up the middle. He had 10 yards before they could really get their hands on him. But then he had some help. They pushed him forward for another 8 yards or so. What a great run. 1 minute left in the third. They've already got the ball in Jags territory. Mills is going to fake the handoff and roll to the right. Throws it down the field, and it's caught out of bounds. It was intercepted, but he's out of bounds. Ridiculous pass. He shouldn't have thrown that ball. Look at that. Look how close that was to being intercepted. See, Mills just can't throw it down the field. He can throw it 4 to 7 yards. That's it. And that's what they should have been doing. 2nd and 10 from the Jags 46-yard line. Mills drops back, throws it. He's got a man there. That's what I'm talking about. Schultz gets in. He actually catches that one. Jacksonville says that the ball comes out at the end of the play. Texans maintain the ball. It's 3rd and 4. Forward progress. They'd already called it dead. Here's the 3rd and 4. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. 5 yard pass and first down. 5 seconds left in the third. And the seconds roll down. That's going to be it for the third quarter. See, you see what happens when they do the right play calls for this quarterback. Throw it 5 yards, throw it 6 yards, throw it 4 yards. Don't care. Just keep doing that. They move the ball. They get the first down. They get the quick slant. And it works. It literally works almost every time. If it if it doesn't work, you can run the ball. Soften them up a little bit. Do another slant. Just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. Why do they the offensive play calling today reminds me of watching a terrible gambler in the casino where, like, if somebody's playing blackjack, for example, and they get a good hand and they win, and they get another good hand and they win again, but the way they're winning is they get like a 7 and a 3, right? So they say hit me, and they get like a queen, so now they have 20 and they win. And then the next hand they get an 8 and a 3, so they have 11. So they decide to double down, and they get a queen again, or a 10, and they have 21, and so they win again. And then on the next hand they get a 16, and the dealer is showing 7, and they're like, hit me. And of course they bust because they're feeling good about their previous 2 wins, and they think they can get that that 3, that 4, or that 5 in order to get 20 or 21 or whatever. But they can't. The odds are heavily against them. And I feel like that's kind of what I see the the offensive coordinator for the Texans doing today. They throw the ball for 4 yards. They throw it again for 6 yards, and then they're like, "Hey, let's throw it 35 or 40 yards down the field," and it doesn't work out. Well, duh, because you don't have a quarterback that's good at that. Keep throwing it 5 yards at a time. Just keep moving it down the field. 1st and 10 right now for the Texans. He hands it off right up the middle. It's Chubb. He gets stood up and he bounces it to the outside, turns it into a gain of about 5. Good second effort there by Chubb. 2nd and 4, he actually picked up almost 6 yards. One man in the backfield. Mills under center. He fakes the handoff, rolls to the left side, and he's got his man. There we go. A 3 yard pass. Schultz grabs it, adds a couple more yards to pick up the first down. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Run the ball, short pass, run the ball. Just do that. They could have been doing that the whole game. They could be leading right now. But no, they got to get cute. Hey, we got a 3 yard pass. Let's throw it all the way down the field. No, don't. Never. Not with Mills. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line of the Jags. They get Mills in the backfield. He gets away and he tosses it down the field to get rid of it. He avoids the sack. That's the only time I want to see Mills throwing it down the field and out of bounds. I don't know how Mills got away from that. He had a guy all over him. I don't know how he got away. Holy freaking cow. Take another look at this. He was completely unblocked. and Mills got away from him somehow and threw the ball away. Unbelievable. 2nd and 10 with 13 and a half left in the fourth. Come on, Mills. Mills in the shotgun. He's got a guy on the left side. There we go. Almost gets the first down. Nico Collins grabs it and scrambles forward. He picks up about 8. Just shy of that first. Once again, another short pass, maybe 4 or 5 yards. Nico Collins stretches it into 8. 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, he's got a guy. He lobs it down the field and almost intercepted. Oh, God, what a terrible pass. Where was he even throwing that ball? It was almost intercepted by Newsome. He should have just ran it. You only needed 2 yards. You only needed 2 yards. And look at this. He almost throws an interception to no. He doesn't have a man over there. You got to go for it right now. You can't kick a field goal right now. You got to go for it. Field goal's not going to help you. 4th and 2. They line up. He's under center. He's got one man in the backfield. Come on now. Get this first. Timeout called. Jaguars. Jacksonville's second timeout. They only have one remaining. Mills, that was such a ridiculous play. Once again, he tries to throw it down the field. He tries to throw it down the field, and it's almost intercepted. He only needed 2 yards, and he was scrambling forward. He had some space in front of him. If he had just run the ball, he could have gotten the first down. Terrible, absolutely terrible decision. Ugh, goodness gracious. Rockets game has already started. 25 seconds on the play clock has now started with the blow of the whistle. 4th and 2. Texans line up to go for it from the 8-yard line. I'm sorry, the 18-yard line. Short throw to the right side. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Are they listening to me or what? He throws it 4 yards to the right side to get the first down. Exactly what I'm telling them to do the whole time. Just throw the ball a few yards at a time. Noel is wide open on the right side for the first down. 12:40 left in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for the Texans at the 12-yard line. Mills in the shotgun. Don't tell me he's going to take a long throw. He just throws it in the grass. I'm not going to say Mills is trash, but I will say that he looks like trash. That throw right there, there's no way that that throw was anywhere near where it needed to be. Even if his receiver had cut back, it would have been at his feet. From the shotgun, 2nd and 10. He drops back. He's throwing to the end zone and to nobody. Goes way over the head of Collins into the back of the end zone. Nobody there. I mean, what do you do? What do you do when you're the head coach and you have a terrible quarterback? Anytime he throws it beyond 8 or 10 yards, it's a disaster, an interception, or an almost interception. I'm telling you, he can only throw 5 yards. Stop asking him to throw it more than 5 yards. 3rd and 10. Looks like the Jags are showing blitz. Play clock goes down to 0. Did they call a timeout or is it going to be a delay of game? Okay, Texans got the timeout off. Yeah, D'Amico Ryan, the only one who's actually kind of paying attention, apparently. All right, so let me give you guys and gals a quick update on the Rockets game. Apparently, it's 4-3 Rockets. I think I can show the Rockets scoreboard right now, actually. Yeah, there it is. It's working now. There it is. It's 4-3 Rockets with 9:44 left in the first. It is third down and 10 with 12:21 left in the fourth. The Texans in the shotgun. Mills has one guy beside him in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's looking down the field. He throws to the end zone. Did they get the touchdown? Higgins pulls it in for the touchdown. I don't believe it. 12-yard pass for the touchdown, and now they're going to go for two. Just had enough space, and he actually threw the ball in the right spot. There is a God. Second touchdown of the game, one rushing and one passing. Texans have the ball on the 2-yard line for the 2-point conversion. Mills with in the backfield in the shotgun with Marks to his right. And they're going to try a pass in the corner. He catches it. Was he in? They call it a touchdown. They say it's a good conversion. How did Collins catch that? How in the world did he catch this? Look at this. One-handed grab. Holy freaking cow. One-handed catch. He pulls it in. He catches it and pulls it in with one hand. Nico Collins. He catches it and pulls it in with one hand. He never even grabbed it with his other hand. Amazing. They get the 2-point conversion, and that's an 8-point score for the Texans. It's 29-18. It's an 11-point game right now with a little over 12 minutes remaining. Wow. Yeah, Brendan, let's take a look at the Rockets scoreboard. There we go. It's 9-6 right now, Rockets. And I need to pull up the game on Amazon Prime right quick. Rockets Bucks. Rockets broadcast. There we go. Watch live. Why would I want to watch it from the beginning when the game is live? Rockets have the ball right now. Durant has it on the far side with 7 seconds on the shot clock. He loses the ball. Bucks get it, bring it down. It's 11-6 Rockets. 3-pointer from the near side, and it bounces off, but they get the rebound and put it back in for two. It's 11-8 Rockets. Shingun in the lane with the ball. He backs up. He's around the free throw line. He tries to muscle his way in. He has to throw it out to the far side. Okogie has it, and he gets fouled on the floor. Okay, they're going to call that foul on Green. Okay, I'm going to mute this game. and get back to the Texans game. Yeah, it was a heck of a catch, Doug. You're right. Susan says those two turnovers are killing us still. Yeah, they are. You know, it's a 1 point game without those turnovers. Here's the kickoff. It's being returned right up the middle. They hit him about the 24-yard line and knock him down. Good defense there on the return, but there's a flag. It looks like there's probably going to be unnecessary roughness or unsportsmanlike conduct called here. Probably on the Texans. I saw a Jaguar go down, but I don't know. Don't know who was the one responsible for it. They're discussing it. What does Vegas say? I know they got the straight line to Vegas. 12 minutes and 10 seconds left in the fourth. After the play, personal foul. Hey, what do you know? It's actually on the Jaguars. Half the distance to the goal, first down. How about that? Should be around the 12-yard line. Rockets are up 14-10, by the way. Durant has the ball knocked away. Back to the Texans. All right. First and 10 for the Jaguars from their own 12-yard line. Come on, D. We need a big play right here from the defense. Not like that. They let the guy run right up the middle. ETN picks up about 7, maybe 6. Second down. Let me jump back over and take a look at the Rockets game. Three-pointer. As soon as I come back, a three-pointer drained by the Bucks. It's 16-13 with 6:50 left in the first. Is that Thompson with the ball? Looks like it. Shingun on the far side. Backs it in, spins around, goes to the baseline, lays it in. Nice move. 18-13 Rockets. Nice, nice, nice. Right now, there is an injury on the field. They're trying to get him off the field for the Jaguars. Back to the Bucks and Rockets. Toss inside. Bucks get a slam. It's 18-15. Rockets bring it down the court. Shingun over to the near side. 3-point attempt for the Rockets off the front of the rim. Bucks get it back. All right. Injured player off the field. Lawrence is back in. Second down and 5 for the Jaguars on their own 18-yard line. He hands it off, and they bury him in the backfield. That's what I'm talking about right there. Big loss of yardage there. The handoff right up the middle, but the Texans just smother him in the backfield. Look at that. Boom. No chance. ETN Jr. just creamed. Third down and 9. Loss of 4 yards. Come on now. 11 minutes left in the fourth. Texans could turn this game around and actually pull it out. How amazing would that be? Lawrence drops back. He's looking for a guy, and he's going to get sacked. Yes. Freaking good defense right there. Freaking good defense. I'm being as nice as I can. Darn good defense. Darn good defense. Look at this collapse. Couldn't get away. Lawrence had nowhere to go. Another nice sack for the Texans. And this is going to be another punt. The Texans are going to get this ball back. 4th and 14. He's punting it away from the end zone. Hey, that's a short punt. He lets it bounce. Texans are going to have it about the 49-yard line. Their own 49. Excellent job. Excellent freaking job. Now, once again, the strategy is run the ball, short pass by Mills. Run the ball, short pass by Mills. Let's just stick to the game plan, okay? Stick to the freaking game plan. The Rockets and the Bucks are tied right now, 20-20. The Rockets with the ball. Shingun throws it in, but there's a foul called. Offensive foul? Is that no, that's a timeout. Rockets called a timeout. 20-20 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. All right. Mills drops back and he throws it way down the field. Holy cow, is that caught? Oh my God. Mills throws it into traffic, but Collins pulls it in. How in the world did he make that catch? Nico Collins. Look at that. He was completely covered. Second down. I'm sorry, first down. 4-yard pass. Higgins makes the catch. 2nd and 6. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, that pass to Collins that was just all Collins. That was all Collins. 2nd and 5. Mills in the shotgun. He hands it off on the right side. It's Marks. He cuts and weaves and gets the freaking first down. How about that? And plus an extra 7 yards. That's about a 12-yard gain for Marks. The first down and more. Nice cut and a bounce around the outside, right up the middle. I liked how he cut over and then went straight up the field. Nice move. First down. Marks and Mills in the backfield in the shotgun. 8.5 left in the fourth. Mills drops back. He's going to throw it to the end zone. He's got a man, but he overthrows Collins. That's what I'm talking about. Collins was actually open there, but Mills way overthrew him because Mills doesn't throw the ball well downfield. See this? He was open. Couldn't get it there. Ugh. Come on now. 2nd and 10. Come on. Mills drops back. He throws it over on the right side. There we go. Another 4-yard reception. Higgins grabs it, picks up another couple of yards. They're about 4 yards shy of a first down. 3 yards maybe. Just keep doing that. How many times do I have to say it? Rarely do good things happen when Mills throws it down the field. But when he throws it short, it's like a 95% success rate. Yeah, Brendan, that's right. It's tied up right now. 3rd and 3. Mills in the shotgun. He's got Marks on his left side. Here's the snap, but there's a flag. Don't tell me it's going to be. Oh, the Texans use a timeout. The play clock was winding down. Let's go to the Rockets game. It's 22-20 Rockets. Jump shot by the Bucks. Rattles it out. Rebounded by Shingun. Shepard brings it down. Back to Shingun. Shin goes in the lane. Tosses it out to the near side. Okogie for 3. Misses it. Rebound attempt. It's still being bounced around. Adams gets it. Throws it out to Okogie again. Fakes a 3. Brings it in the lane. Throws it to the far side. Now Shingun has it. Backs it inside. Little fading jump shot. Bounces off the front of the rim. Adams tries to fight for it, but he loses it. Bucks get the rebound. Let's get back to the Houston game right quick. Timeout is up. Everybody's back on the field. 7.5 left in the fourth. 3rd and 3. 2 men in the backfield. Mills and Marks. Collins in motion. Here's the snap. He's looking around. He's got plenty of touchdown by Schultz. Holy freaking cow. What great pass protection. Give it up for the Texans offensive line right there because Mills had all day long, and then he made a good throw right where Schultz can get it finally. That's what happens when he has plenty of time. 6 points. It is 29-24 right now. The Texans are lined up to go for it again. Another 2-point conversion in the end zone. So instead of the extra point with a 4-point lead, they're down by 5. 29-24 is the score. But the Texans have turned this game around. It was looking like trash and hopeless earlier. But now, with 7.5 left, the Texans are actually back in this game. One solid defensive stop, and the Texans keep with the game plan of short pass run, short pass run, short pass run. Please, for the love of God, D'Amico, please, for the love of God, keep calling those plays. For the love of all that is holy. Let's take a look at the Rockets game while we're on commercial break. Bucks have the ball. It's 22-20 with 3 minutes left in the first. Bad jump shot, bangs it off the back of the rim, a brick, but they get the rebound. They throw it inside. Adams goes up in the air, comes down on his back, and that's going to be a shooting foul. Eason, Adams, KD in the game right now. Who else is in the game? Shepard. I can't see. All I see is Eason, Adams, and KD. First free throws in. It's 21-20. Looks like they want to bring Thompson in. Second free throw attempt for the Bucks. Coming up in just a moment. It's on the way. It rattles it off. Nice. Eason with the rebound. 22-21 Rockets with 2:55 left. Thompson has it at the top of the key. Brings it all the way in the lane. Gonna have to kick it back out to KD. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Come on, do something good. He puts it in the lane. Adams to Thompson. Reverse layup, and it's in. Nice play. 24-21 Rockets. Bucks get an easy jump shot on the other end real quick. Cut that lead back to 1. 24-23 Rockets. 2:15 left in the first. Alley-oop from Thompson to Adams. Adams can't finish. Bucks bring it down the lane. They try to jack up a little jump shot. Their point guard, he misses. Rebound by Shepard, or out to Shepard rather, from Thompson. Shepard shoots it, tries to rattle in and doesn't get it. Back to the Texans Jaguars game. That return is way too much yardage. The Jaguars return the ball all the way out to the 45-yard line. Big mistake there, letting them have that much yardage. (29-24), guys and gals. From the 45-yard line, from their own 45-yard line, the Jaguars have it. He's going to try to throw it, but he's rushed out of the pocket. He doesn't have anyone to throw it to, so he's going to run out of bounds after picking up about 3 yards. 3-yard scramble by Lawrence. Bucks just sank a 3-pointer. They're up by 2. 2nd and 7. Come on, Texans. Solid D. A handoff right up the middle, and they take him down. But ETN picks up about 4. It's going to be 3rd and 3, it looks like. Come on, defense. We need you right now. We absolutely need you. Whoops. That was an accident. Didn't mean to show that much. Gonna have to cut that out later, I'm sure. NFL's definitely gonna claim that. My bad. 3rd and 4. He throws it. It gets knocked down at the line. Hell to the yeah. Look at this. El Shair almost got an interception there. Great defense by number 0. El Shair. El Shair. 4th and 4. The Jags are going to have to punt it away. Beautiful stop. Beautiful stop. Texans with an opportunity to take the lead and get the ball back here. Come on, Texans. Come on. Here's the kickoff, or rather the punt. He calls a fair catch at the 6-yard line. Noel takes it in. The Texans are going to have a long field in front of them. They got about 94 yards to go. Let's take a quick look at the Rockets game right quick and see what's going on. End of first quarter, Rockets gave up the lead. They allowed the Bucks to get 30 points. 30-28. Milwaukee. I'll be switching over to that game in just a little bit. I hope you guys and gals can join me for the Rockets game. I scheduled it for right now, but I'm a little behind. Wow. A short pass by Mills, but it bounces off of Collins and up in the air and is almost intercepted. Look at this. 2 Jaguars over there, and they couldn't get to it. 2nd and 10. There's only 6 minutes on the clock. Come on, Texans. You got to move the ball. 2 men in the backfield. He's going to throw it. It's Oh, no, it's not intercepted. It's incomplete. He overthrows his man just 2 yards down the field. 3rd and 10. This down right here couldn't be more important. They're down by 5. They cannot afford this. They got to get the first down. Mills in the shotgun. He drops back. No, I was right. It's Schultz. First down. I can't believe it. How about that? Schultz makes the cut. Gets the ball, runs over on the right side, picks up the first down and more. That was about a 16 or 17-yard gain. Could have been roughing the quarterback. Don't understand why it wasn't. They got the ball now on their 27-yard line. Handoff up the middle. It's Marks. He cuts it over to the left side and picks up about 6 or 7. They only mark him at 5 yards. That's a terrible spot. Terrible spot. Second quarter has started with the Rockets. Hopefully we'll be jumping over there soon, but this Texans game is turning out to be pretty darn intense. 2nd and 5. Marks in the backfield. It's a handoff right up the middle. He's going to get the first down in about 1 or 2 yards more. That's what I'm talking about right there. How about the Texans drive the ball all the way down the field, take off all the time on the clock, get the touchdown, and win the game? How about that? That sounds like a fairy tale ending, doesn't it? Come from behind victory over a division rival. That's what I'm talking about. If they turn this game around and win it, I'm going to be absolutely amazed. By the way, we've got about 40 people following along right now. Thanks for being here. I hope that you can like the live stream, support the channel. A run right up the middle. Marks picks up about 5 more. Just keep doing it. Keep grinding it out. Short passes, runs, short passes, runs. Bucks just created an opportunity for a 3-point play. An alley-oop that went in, and they call a foul. They're up by 4 with a chance to go up by 5 over the Rockets. Second down and 5. Mills in the backfield in the shotgun. Here's the snap. He throws it to the left side. It's caught. Higgins brings it in for the first down. A 7-yard gain. That's what I'm talking about. Mills just needs to throw it between 4 and 7 yards. That's all he's got to do. Run the ball, throw it between 4 and 7. Run the ball, throw it between 4 and 7. Just copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. 2:55 left in the fourth. Chubb in the backfield, 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. Run right up the middle. Chubb is going to pick up first and more. 12-yard gain by Chubb. Right up the middle. All the way down to the Jacksonville 38. Holy freaking cow, man. The Texans are suddenly just looking like they care about nothing but winning this freaking game. Chubb right at the middle. Man. 1st and 10. The Jags 38-yard line. One man in the backfield. They hand it off to the right side. Chubb again. Stiff arm. Picks up almost 8 yards. He's going to come up at about 7 yards on that run. 2nd and 3. 2-minute warning is upon us right now. But man, Houston has really, really fought to get back in this game. They deserve to win here at the end. Wow, Houston Rockets are getting destroyed right now, 37-28. 9-point lead by the Bucks. The Rockets were leading most of the first. They gave up the lead right at the end of the first quarter. Let's take a look at the scoreboard, the Rockets scoreboard. D'Amico Ryan's going to get fired. I don't know, man. If the Texans pull this out, he's going to look like a genius for making adjustments. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the adjustments are. Let's take a look at the stats right now. We got about 40 people following along right now. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much once again. And it's true. You are the ones that make this channel work. If not for you, I can't do this, and that's serious. Just can't do it without your support. Shepard is in the game right now. He doesn't have any buckets yet. Durant only has 9 points. But considering how we are just barely into the second quarter, there's still 9:47 left in the game. It's understandable. But right now, Milwaukee is on a 7-0 run. If you'll notice on my scoreboard on the screen, it keeps track of momentum and scoring runs. It's pretty cool. So if you don't know that, you can take a look on the screen. So the Rockets called a timeout after giving up 7 straight unanswered points. Eason has 2 points. Capella's in the game. He has 3 rebounds, but no points. Thompson has 4 points. Right now, Durant looks like the main scorer. Um, I can't see his assists. They're kind of blocked on the screen. No rebounds. 9 points. It looks like he is leading all scorers. But it is what it is. Okay, now back to the Texans game. This is getting down to the wire. Going down to the wire. Second and 3. 2 men in the backfield. One with Mills and Marks. He runs forward. Mills throws it down the field, and it's deflected. Schultz's hands. I can't tell if it got knocked away or if he just missed it. Oh, it's good defense. Mills had Marks right in front of him, about 5 yards in front of him, but instead of going to the sure thing, he went down to Schultz and tried to force it in there. And see, that's what I'm talking about. Stop throwing it downfield. Just throw it 5 yards. They could have had the first down with Marks right there. 3rd and 3 with 156 in the fourth. Mills in the shotgun with Marks in the background. They hand it off. He's on the left side. He's going to get the first down and 2 more. 5-yard pickup by Marks. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Rockets keep turning over the ball. Yeah, that's no good. 1st and 10. 1.5 left in the fourth. Mills drops back to throw. He's going deep all the way to the end zone. Where's the flag? Finally a flag. Jones was defending, and he had a full hand of his jersey the whole freaking time he was running with him, and they finally throw a freaking flag. That better be defensive pass interference. Okay, they call defensive pass interference. The commentators try to say that it was just hand fighting back and forth, but no, it's not. He's holding his arm. Once again, retarded commentation, commentating, rather, commentation. It's going to be first down, Texans, just a little bit closer to the end zone. 1st and goal with 119 left on the 2-yard line. Mills under center. Marks in the backfield. He goes up the middle. He gets the touchdown, but they whistle the play dead. It better not be false start. An immediate flag is thrown. And that's what it is, false start. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 7. Trent Brown gets the false start. Yeah, he just started too early. Bucks are at the free throw line right now, up by 8. 1st and goal, 119 left on the clock. Texans with the ball. 1st and goal from the 7. Handoff up the middle. No, Marks cuts it to the left side. He has nowhere to go and he loses 2 yards. 2nd and goal from the 9. Dude, why are you running it right there when you could have just passed it 4 yards or 4 or 5 yards? That's been working this whole time. Don't run it right there. Come on. D'Amico, if you fail right here, you're going to be in a ton of trouble, my friend. Come on. Just do what's been working this whole time. 46 seconds left in the fourth. 2nd and goal from the 9. Is that another false start? Are you kidding me? Ursery jumps, and that's going to be another 5 yards lost. Are you kidding me? Come on now. You were doing so good. You cannot break down right here. Can't do it. Brennan says Fromber getting traded. That's fine by me. I don't mind losing Fromber. But I didn't I knew that there was no way we're going to be able to keep him anyways. I've already come to peace with that. So the false start on the left side. "39 seconds on the clock. Each team with 1 timeout. Second and goal from the 14-yard line. Second and goal from the 14-yard line. All right. Shotgun formation. One guy in the backfield. Come on, Mills. Remember your training. He goes to the end zone. He's hit as he throws it, it looks like, and it's incomplete. Completely covered. He tries to put it in there. No pass interference. He gets creamed, and they're like, where's the pass interference? We don't get that call, remember? We rarely get that call. He literally landed on top of the receiver before the ball got there, and they didn't call pass interference. How's that for a referee helping the Jags game? Third and goal. Here's the play. He's going to have to run. He goes. He might get the touchdown. Mills dives in the end zone. Touchdown. Mills scrambles for the first time in the whole freaking game, and he gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. Holy cow. Texans are up by 1 point, and they're going to go for 2. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I don't believe it. Jags fan here. Many years of pain tells me y'all got this. Knew it. Well, you guys have got an amazing kicker, so you know. Here comes the 2-point attempt, and they drop. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? The snap is dropped in the shotgun, and Mills just falls on it. And that's it. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Retarded. Yeah, that's right. That's right. 31 seconds left. All they got to do is move the ball down the field, like what, 15 yards? That's all they need to do. While we're waiting on the kickoff, let's go check on the Rockets game right quick. That was, I have no words. I have no words. All right. Rockets are down by 9 with 5 minutes left before halftime. I appreciate everybody being here. We got about 60 people following along. Make sure you like the live stream. If you haven't subscribed, you're welcome to do that. I'm a Houston sports dude. So as soon as we're done here with the Texans game, I'm going to jump right over to my Rockets live stream to call the rest of that game. It is almost 6:30 in the morning right now here in Japan. Jacksonville has 1 timeout in 31 seconds. Here comes the kick down to the 2, and he's going to return it 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's down to about the 33, but he's down before he can get to the 35-yard line. First and 10 from about the 34, 33-yard line for the Jags. They have 27 seconds and one timeout. We don't know about that, Sam. We'll see. We'll jump over there in a bit. Here's the first play. Lawrence is taken down in the backfield, and he is freaking sacked. Lawrence had absolutely no time to do anything in the backfield. The pocket collapsed, and before he could do anything at all, he was just taken down by like 4 Texans. Come on, guys. Jags had to burn their timeout to stop the clock. There's 22 seconds left. 2nd and 19. We've got a commercial break, maybe. Nope, no commercial break, just a short timeout. I'd be happy with an interception. Here it comes, 2nd and 19. Lawrence in the shotgun. He's going to throw it. He backs up all the way down to the 45-yard line. They gave him way too much space. Way too much space. Look at this. Nobody there to cover him. Just enough to get that first down and a couple of extra. About a 22, 23-yard run. 1st and 10 with 13 seconds. Come on now. They have the ball at their own 45-yard line. In the shotgun. Here's the snap to Lawrence. He drops back on the right side. He rolls out and he throws it. He's got a man open and he's hit. There's a flag, though. Holding. Please be holding. Please be holding. It was complete for a first down on the right side. Yes, illegal use of the hands to the face on the offense. They're backing him up. 7 seconds left on the clock. Number 55 on the right side. Yep, he's got his hands up in the mask of the defender. 7 seconds, no timeouts. First and 20 from their own 35-yard line. Lawrence in the shotgun. Timeout, Houston. We'll take this opportunity to check out the Rockets game. The Rockets have come back a little bit. Yeah, Brendan, you're right. They're down right now by 6 points. We're down to this. 7 seconds left. What would likely be the case is if they can manage an interception, they might not be able to get it out of bounds. And they don't have enough time. They definitely don't have enough time to grab it and spike it, to get to the line and spike it. Maybe it'll be a time run off and they won't be able to get off another play. Or it's going to be an incomplete pass. We'll see. They only have 7 seconds. Here's the play. Can you believe it? There's the interception. You called it. You absolutely called it. Can you believe that? Big lineman knocks it in the air, and it's caught, and it's brought back for a pick six. It's 36-29. The Texans win. Look at this play. Boom, baby. Right in his hands. How the heck did he catch that? How the heck did he catch that? Oh, my God. What a play. And he runs it all the way back for a touchdown. And Texans win by 7 points. Look at this. Coach can't believe it. He's like, my God. My God. Oh, he's mad. He's mad. Yes, that's right. 26-0. The Texans in the fourth quarter. Unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable. Scoop and score. That was not a scoop and score. That was a catch and score. That was an interception, my friend. Yes, you did. Game 7 of the Blue Jays. That's right. That's right. Just like it. Brutus, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. My first super chat of the day. Thank you so much from Himeji. Thank you guys so much for joining me for the game. It started off so terrible. I can't believe they came back. I was just like, what is this trash? What is this trash? And they came back and won. The Texans final score 36-29. Unfreaking believable win. Oh my God. Oh my God. But they may have found a way to win the game with Mills. Okay, we're going to jump over to my other live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Lookback says, thanks for the play-by-play. Great channel. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry about your team, but you guys have a freaking awesome kicker. So if you'd gotten the ball to him, I would have been very worried. So the Texans got a little lucky there at the end. So it's a tough loss for you guys, but thanks for being here. I'm going to jump over to the Rockets game. I've got another live stream, so I'm going to stop this one. But I hope you can join me there in just a few seconds. Right now, let's jump out of here and jump over to the Rockets game. Let's go. All right, guys and gals, we're back just like that.